This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out in association with Shamrock Boxing, and over the phone with me, I'm joined by Tyrone Mckenna. Tyrone, how are you?
All good, just very, very bored. Um, in this lockdown, so good to get something to entertain me for a while.
Well, trust me, you're doing us a big favour by letting us get this interview in with you, especially with through these tough times that we've got ahead of
Yeah.
us with the coronavirus and the lockdown. Obviously, it's something different to us all. How are you finding this current lockdown that we're under?
I don't know. It's strange. It's hard. It's hard to because you don't everything's up in the air. Boxing ways. I mean, shows are getting cancelled left, right, and centre. Shows are being pushed back. So now I don't know when my fight's going to be. It was supposed to be June,
Mm.
so I'm thinking it might be October, November now. So it's hard to stay motivated and that when you're locked in with a load of food and there's no gyms open. So it's frustrating, but it's something we'll have to deal with. I think what makes it good is I know every single boxer in the UK is in the same boat.
When it was announced the other night that the lockdown will come into play, what was your initial feelings about it, and do you think it should have been something that should have been done perhaps a few weeks ago to sort of prevent the situation that we're
Yeah,
going through from escalating?
well, I was semi ready for it because obviously down south had already done a kind of a lockdown as well. So we're up north. We were kind of waiting on it. So it wasn't any big surprise to us, and people were actually already semi locked down up here. So once the news came out, it was just we knew it was coming. So it's just something we have to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It is something that we have to deal with. Obviously, it's not ideal, but listen, if it gets us back to normality and it keeps people safe,
Yeah,
then it's something that perhaps maybe should have been done a long time ago. But better late than never, as they say. Just want to know
yeah,
how you're keeping in shape, because once this is all said and done, you've got a massive fight, the Golden Contract final with long-time rival you,
yeah,
Ohara Davies.
yep. So obviously the semi final of the late heavies was supposed to be last week.
Hmm.
That got cancelled. So after that, I was supposed to announce the date, which I think was going to be end of June for all three finals. But now I believe we might have to wait for another camp for the late heavies to have their semi-finals, and then have a rest, and then we'll go into camp for our final. So we're looking at a good few months setback for the actual final,
The fight with Ohara
which is
Davis, there's obviously there's a heated rivalry between yourself and Ohara. Before
yeah.
we go into Ohara Davis, would you say that this is the biggest fight not only of his career but also of your career as well?
I don't think it's the hardest fit. I think, yeah, maybe it's definitely the biggest fit for me for the reasons that there's a massive lucrative contract at the end of it.
Hmm.
It's a final golden contract. It's a massive opportunity. So yeah, it is the biggest fight of my career, but I don't think it's the hardest or biggest name that I've fought. I think Jack Harrell's a bigger name.
Mm.
I think Moon's a better fighter. So but it is the biggest occasion that I've been in just because of the contract at the end of it. The pressure is also and the build up that we've done over the years does make it a massive fight as well. So it's just a fight that I'm so excited for and can't wait to get it on their way.
When it comes to a final, it gives it that much more spice. But the beauty of this final is that there's history between you and O'Hara.
Yeah.
There's a hatred. We've seen you guys scuffle on IFL TV before. We've seen you guys go out in press conferences at the draw in the last tournament at the gym. Where's this all started with O'Hara? Because I've got to say it really does make this final a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of people have asked me where does this stem from, where does it start, and I honestly can't say. Like 3 or 4 years ago, he was the big name, and I was nobody, and obviously I was trying to get a fight with him because he's a name, and I thought I could beat him when he was the big name and I was nobody. So I was calling him out and calling him out, and he was taking no notice, and he was calling me a bum and stuff. But after a while, me growing as a name and him getting beat by Josh Taylor and stuff leveled him down a peg or two, and things started getting serious. And I think once you start beef with someone at the start, it does tend to be a bit fake.
Mm-hmm.
But after a year or two of constant interviews and back and forward and stuff, you start to have a serious hatred for the guy, and it starts playing on it every day. You just be thinking about it. I'd love to fight Ohara Davies, and he'd love to fight me, I'm sure. And it started getting a real rivalry, and then obviously things kicked off in the quarterfinal of the featherweight tournament, and that escalated a lot more, and it just got to a real fucking boiling point. But I mean, he says stuff about my friend's girlfriend on their honeymoon. And Paddy Barnes' wife on their honeymoon. He said bad stuff about Ireland. He's he's called me an inbred cunt and all this shit. So he said a lot of stuff he can't go back on, and I think it's just it's as you say, it's an exciting final. I see if we had got put out, if one of us had got put out in the quarters or the semis, people would have stopped watching the super lightweight contract because no one would have cared. We're the two names that everyone wants to watch in the competition, and just turns out that we're finally fighting in the final. It's going to be unbelievable.
Obviously, you mentioned O'Hara's had things to say about yourself, your friend Paddy
Mm.
Barnes, and his girlfriend whilst on holiday. He's a bit of a big talker, Ohara Davies. You know, personally, what do you make of Ohara Davies as a person?
I honestly think he talks before he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know what he's saying. He gets his mouth gets in a lot of trouble that he doesn't actually want to be in. But he's already he said the stuff, so he can't go back on it.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to change it. Like he's trying to be humble OD, and he wants everyone to like him, and he's trying to be friendly, and he's trying to turn another corner, which he has done for the last few months. Was surprised. I thought it would have lasted a week or two, but he's called me a great fighter and all now, and how good I am and all this shit. So I
Would you
don't
say
know.
that's mind games, Tyrone, going into this final? Would you say that's mind games?
I'll tell you what it is. For years, he didn't think he would ever have to fight me because he was this big name.
Mm-hmm.
So he was calling me a bum and calling me shit and calling me nobody, telling me to retire. And then as it gets closer and closer, and he realizes, oh, I might have to fight Tyrone Mckenna. I might start being nice to him. So he started being nice. In the semi-final, started being, Tyrone's a terrific fighter. Just because he thinks, I might have to fight Tyrone Mckenna in the final, and bang, I'm fighting him. And now he's saying, Tyrone's a terrific fighter. It's going to be a great final, blah, blah. Because he doesn't want the pressure that he puts on himself going into these big fights. Like he's put massive pressure on himself when he fought Jack Carroll. Put massive pressure on himself when he fought Josh Taylor. So he's going to knock out his bums and all this shit. And he doesn't like pressure. He likes going into the fight relaxed, calm, his head clear. So he's trying to get all the animosity away from me and him, so he can go in feeling relaxed and feeling the best Ohara Davies can. But because he doesn't want, he hates there's a massive difference between. I've been in a few fights where I've hated the guy I'm fighting, and the pressure on you going out that ring, knowing that you used to hate each other and that everyone's watching and there's a big massive beef. He doesn't want that. That's what he's trying to get rid of.
I've got to ask you that night. Obviously we've seen it on IFL TV when you approached Ohara Davies whilst he was doing an interview. What was you looking to do when approaching him that night? Because from watching it over and over again, it looked as if you wasn't going up to him to have a normal conversation.
No, well, see the thing. It started 3 days before. I was in the lobby in the hotel, and Lee Eaton was on Instagram Live with Ohara Davies, and I was just sitting there minding my own business talking to from a colleague, I think it was, and Lee came over. Lee Eaton came over, his promoter, and he came over and handed me or put his phone in front of me, and it was Ohara Davies, and Ohara Davies said, "You inbred cunt," and I went, "What?" And I went, "What did you say?" And he said, you're an inbred cunt, you bum." And I started going fucking mad, and started saying I'm gonna smash him, and he said he's gonna smash me next time he sees me and all this shit. So my blood was boiling. I was
Yeah,
fucking fuming the whole night, raging, and so I was saying I'm gonna fucking murder him, blah blah blah, to MTK management, and they were saying, "Look, you go near him, you touch him, you're at this competition." So I got this warning the whole week: you better not go near Ohara Davies, you better not go near Ohara Davies. So I said, right, fuck it. I'll walk. I got into the fight, saw him ringside, and I went, right, I'll walk past him and see if he does anything, because he said he's gonna smash me, and I'm sure he didn't get any warnings because he has a move. MTK management that week. So I walked past him, he didn't do nothing. He looked at me. I walked past him again, didn't do nothing. Third time, nothing. I sat down and I went, fuck, he mustn't be going to do anything. So waiting, I was fuming still, and then he went out the back to get an interview, and I said, fuck it. Well, I seen him going I didn't see him go out the back. I thought he went up the change rooms to do the interview. So I ran up the change rooms and I saw one of the management team, and I said, did you see Ohara Davies?" I went, "Why are you looking at Ohara Davies?" I said, "I'm just looking at him." And he said, "You better not go fucking near him. You're at this competition." So I went, "Fuck me, if I go out here." I was still looking at him, so I went out. I was thinking in my mind, it's like, if I throw a punch, I'm out of this competition. This competition is going to change my life. And so I saw him, and I wanted him I don't know what I actually wanted. I just wanted something, and my blood was boiling, and I just shared him, and he gripped me. Uh, I thought, fuck, he mightn't do anything because of the same reasons. Professional boxers, you don't want to smack someone, and he gripped me, and I shoved him off and grabbed me, and then Cooking Cassie just intervened straight away.
it certainly makes for a great fight, definitely, because it's got that added flavor and that added spice to it, and of course it's a final and it's a lifetime changing opportunity for the both of you. And just a final question: what type of a fight are we gonna get on fight night when the fight eventually does happen?
That's hard to say. I mean, I always say I'll go out and box and move and use my head to my advantage, and then I get out there and after one round I just say fuck it and put up the hands and start swinging hooks. But game plan, I believe I will go out and box. I think I'm a much better boxer than him. He's very flat footed. All he relies on is his big right hand. But at the end of the day, there is that rivalry, there's that beef, there's animosity, and I want to get in the war, and it's a fight that's been built up for 4 years. I don't want to disappoint by having a boring fight. I want to go in and entertain the fans. That's what boxing is at the end of the day, entertaining fans, and my fans have been dying for this fight for a long time. So maybe we'll go in and stick up our hands, and I'll go trade with him. I mean, everyone think that's stupid. Oh, he's got massive power, but I've got a great chin as well. So we'll see which one's better.
It certainly makes for a great fight, and of course, we just want to wish you luck for that fight when it does happen. We also want to thank you, Tyrone, for your time today. It means a lot for you giving us the opportunity.
Yeah.
The basics: keep yourself safe at all times.
Yeah, keep safe.
And listen, stay in contact, and hopefully this is the first of many, and we'll come down to your
no worries.
and get a face-to-face interview.
And wear a Mighty Cal t-shirt.
Listen, whatever t-shirt it is, it's going to be a great final. But Tyrone, I look forward to meeting you face-to-face once this is all said and done. And
no problem.
Once again, Tyrone McKenna, thank you very much for talking to Lights Out.
Good man. Yeah.
Thank you.